Gorr the God Butcher origin. One of the most tragic characters in the Marvel Universe is Gorr the God Butcher, who is set to make his MCU debut in Thor: Love and Thunder. However, one of the things that fans of the Thor movies should know is that Gorr didn't start out as an evil creature that simply wanted to kill gods for the fun of it. Instead, he actually has a tragic origin that led to him becoming a villain. Gorr was born on a nameless planet that wasn't the most forgiving place to live in. Throughout his life on that planet, he struggled with starvation as he had little to nothing to eat. However, he was thought to put his faith in the gods because they would answer his prayers and would bring him out of the tough situation he and his family was in. Nevertheless, Gorr saw his parents dying when he was at an early age, and that left him alone until he was able to find a mate. He fathered children, but his mate eventually died from an earthquake. Meanwhile, due to being a single parent that struggled to provide food for his children died one by one. The last straw for him was when his son Agar died, as Gorr himself eased the child's death and
Why
told him
don't
that
they
he
use
would never go hungry ever again. The death of his family made Gorr bitter towards the gods, as he expressed his displeasure towards them, for which he was exiled by the people of his planet. He was left to wander alone in the desert, waiting for his death until he witnessed two gods in a battle to the death. One god was a dark god named Null. Meanwhile, the other god was a god in gold armor. The two gods crashed nearby, as the gold god saw Gorr and begged for him to help him. This was the first time Gorr saw a god, as he went on to realize that gods do exist but are not the benevolent beings that religion often describes them to be. Gorr was enraged when the gold god asked him for help because neither he nor any of the gods were there to help his family when they were dying. That was when the dark god's sword transformed into a mass of living darkness that eventually bonded with him to give him powers. Gorr now possessed the Necrosword All Black, which he used to kill the gold god. After killing the god with his new sword, Gorr promised that he would use his new power to seek vengeance against all of the gods that never answered his prayers. And he didn't only promise to kill the gods of his planet but all of the gods in the entire universe. Fueled by vengeance, Gorr became the God Butcher when he traveled across the cosmos to different galaxies and planets so that he could massacre entire pantheons of gods. He called all sorts of gods regardless of how strong they were, as All Black only became stronger and stronger the more he killed different gods. His quest to kill all of the gods in the universe brought him to Earth during the 9th century, as he was about to kill the gods of the planet. After Gorr killed a god from the Americas, Thor found the body in Iceland. The Norse god of thunder sought out the cause of the god's death, as he found some Slavic gods dead in Russia. Gorr ambushed Thor and nearly killed him had it not been for a timely thunder strike from the Norse god. Their battle brought them to a cave, where Gorr got the better of Thor but didn't kill him because he needed to know where Asgard was. Thor was tortured for 17 days but never revealed the location of his home. This was the longest that any god was able to survive Gorr's torturing. Thor's Viking worshippers found his location and distracted Gorr long enough for Thor to escape and cut Gorr's arm. He believed that he had killed Gorr after that encounter with the God Butcher. However, Gorr survived the fight with Thor and avoided going back to Earth while he was still trying to regain his strength. He spent centuries killing all sorts of gods in other worlds and galaxies to grow even stronger. At the same time, he was able to amass an entire army that helped him in his wars with the gods all over the universe. When Gorr was growing stronger, Thor noticed him once again and began hunting him in a world without gods when the prayers of the people there were looking for a god that could possibly defeat the God Butcher. Thor immediately recognized Gorr's handiwork when he got to that world as he sought out the dark entity once more.